This is a First Defense weather alert.
Good Friday, everybody. It's just a little after 3 o'clock here on Friday. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter, and I wanted to give you an update on this lake effect snow event as it continues across the region. So in the box on the right-hand side, you are seeing the live feed coming from Mitch Bellinger and Jackson Hickey, who are out in the field right now. They are up towards the Dunkirk area, and they are currently showing you what it looks like in the midst of this lake effect snow band right now. And I wanted to get straight to Jackson Hickey right now because they're obviously out in the thick of this. So Jackson, you guys have been out there all afternoon long. What are the conditions like out there right now? Because obviously it looks like things are going pretty slow out there from your vantage point. And where are you exactly?
Yeah, Dakota, Mitch and I are actually just south of the Eden area now. We started this morning in the Dunkirk, Fredonia area. Then we stopped by Sunset Bay, as you remember from our noon broadcast. Then we headed up to Hamburg, which was a really slow drive. As we all know, they've gotten just absolutely pummeled by this lake effect event. But as you can see by the shot you're looking at here, it's not much better here, just, you know, about 5 to 10 miles south of Hamburg. It's getting pretty dicey here as well. A couple minutes ago we had just complete zero visibility. That's how bad it is. We're on Route 62, just south of Eden. So we're headed south towards North Collins, and we're going to be headed back into northern Chautauqua County very soon as this band continues to kind of shift, just sort of shift slightly throughout the day, and that's going to be what gives all these different communities their totals throughout the day. Dakota?
Yeah, exactly. And also, I wanted to ask as well, have you guys seen any accidents since you've been out today? Because I know that you guys have said that it's getting very dicey out there to be out there, and I know you guys are trying as best as you can to stay safe out there. Has there been any accidents that you've seen since you've been out today?
Yeah, absolutely. There have been, when we were up in Hamburg, there were numerous cars just off the road near the exit 57 ramp. There's all those hotels there. It was just practically a graveyard of cars there on Route 75. Not really multi-car accidents. It's more cars that are just getting stranded. There were a number of semi-trucks there as well that just kind of pulled off to the side of the road, and they're trying to wait this out. But the issue with that is it's going to be, you know, at least a day to wait this storm out. So yeah, there's a lot of vehicles stranded, even down here in Eden, now that this snow is piling up and the plows can't get to it on time. So lots and lots of cars off the road, definitely.
Yeah, exactly, Jackson. And obviously we'll check back in with you in just a little bit as you guys are now heading south towards North Collins right now. Again, this is Jackson Hickey and Mitch Bellinger, who are out in the field right now, giving you a live look at basically the core of this lake effect band, or not really the core of it, but kind of where the snow band is right now. I wanted to take a look at First Defense Doppler. We can punch that up. Thank you very much. And this is the live scan. This is where the snow band is right now. So just to kind of give you a reference point of where Jackson and Mitch are, they are pretty much right about here in Eden, and they are coming right up towards North Collins. So you can see where that snow is continuing to fall across the region. And again, this is, you know, the same thing that we've been dealing with for the past 24 hours is this snow band that is continuing. As a matter of fact, we'll put it in a time lapse here as the radar frames load in, but you can kind of see how the band almost is kind of jogging just a little bit to the south. It's not necessarily stationary, but it's not moving at a fast clip either. So that's also another problem as well. So the longer this lake snow band stays over an area, the more lake snow it's going to put down and the heavier the snowfall rates are going to be. Now, you know, Lake Erie is very primed, and so this is just a lot of just snow that is coming down. And obviously it's windy out there as well. So with the winds blowing all this snow around, it is going to reduce visibilities, as you heard from Jackson, to basically almost near zero. I mean, you cannot see. I mean, you get into one of these bursts, you just cannot see. It is a total whiteout. So that is why we highly encourage you to not travel across the northern section of, basically, if you're in this snow band, just don't travel through it right now, because this is going to be the issue, is these heavy snowfall rates, which will likely drop maybe 2 to 3, maybe even 4 inch an hour snowfall rates. And again, with the wind, that's really going to cause near whiteout conditions, and that's going to be very dangerous for traveling out there. Now, across the southern section of the southern tier, you can just see how localized lake effect is. Actually, let me stop the loop and put the live suite back on. You can see if you're in the town of Chautauqua to Westfield to Brockton to Cassadaga, you're getting some snow. But look at Jamestown, Kennedy, Sugar Grove, Bear Lake, Kennedy, nothing. I mean, that is just amazing how lake effect snow really just is so localized. And this band really isn't very wide either. So it's a narrow band, and narrow bands often cause the biggest problems. If we can switch to the main graphic system very quickly, I wanted to show you the weather impact graphic through the rest of today. So this is mainly for the central and northern part of Chautauqua County. Now, we're still going to see some snow down here, but the heaviest amount of the snow should stay to the north so far today. So obviously snowfall up on the highest end of the scale, travel, just don't even think about it. Okay, so as we mentioned during the newscast today at noon, today is just a good day to stay home, snuggle up and just have the hot cocoa. I mean, just don't go anywhere if you don't need to, because if you get into this band and, it's going to become trouble, if you get into one of these heavy bursts, and especially with the winds. So definitely not a good idea to be driving from central to northern Chautauqua County. And really, you can't drive if you're trying to go to Buffalo anyway, because there's a travel ban, because the snow is going to continue. Now, I wanted to kind of run through the graphics very quickly and take you through, that's the winter storm watch that goes in effect for the weekend. And I just wanted to kind of remind you about thunder snow, because you're going to continue to see this through the day today within the heaviest parts of the band. So it's not uncommon to hear thunder and maybe see a flash of lightning during the heaviest parts of the snow. And that's all the time. You look outside after you hear that clap of thunder, it's basically almost all white. I mean, that is exactly where the heavier amounts of the snow is. That's where the convection gets going. And we saw a lot of that last night, and I think we're going to see more of that through the day today. Now, I wanted to take another live look, if we can, and I'm going to make it tough for our producer. If we could take another live look at Jackson and Mitch, who is out in the field, because this is really what you want to see right here. Now, exactly where they're at right now, it doesn't look that bad. Pardon me. Where they're at right now, I mean, the visibility is not bad. And again, this is just a prime example of how lake effect varies just a few miles down the road. You can be in that heavy snow burst just a few miles down the road to just basically that, where it's just maybe just a little bit of light snow. Now I do see the car. Well, I thought maybe the car in front of them, I think it does look like they have their flashers on. So that is a good thing, signaling the fact that they're starting to slow up. But I did want to ask Jackson and Mitch, if they're still on the line with us, how are the road conditions? Is it very slippery out there? Exactly how is it? Because I'm very curious about that.
Yeah, Dakota, the roads, especially in the Eden area, have been kind of treacherous. Plows are really struggling to keep up with the snowfall rate from the lake effect snow. And even in places like Orchard Park, Hamburg, those expressways where they're normally, 4 lanes, they're down to only 1 lane with how they're plowing it. There's just too much snow to really keep the roads completely open. On our way up here, we tried taking Route 20 to get up because, as you know by now, Interstate 90 is closed to all traffic. We tried coming up on Route 20, but the snowfall was just too fast in areas like the town of Brant when we were trying to get up here into Eden. And with that traffic being rerouted off of I-90, the traffic has to take these smaller roads, and it just it becomes a real hazard when you're moving slow, but the snow is coming down fast like that. It's really treacherous out here.
Yeah, exactly. And the same message that, I just said a few minutes ago, if you don't need to go out today, just don't even think about it. Just, the best thing to do is, as I said, just kind of snuggle up, just have the hot chocolate on, maybe watch a Christmas movie. I mean, that's kind of the day we're going to be dealing with today. And I also wanted to address as well, because I know some people might ask this. You're telling people to stay home and not drive. Well, you have your guys out there doing that. Well, I want to explain. Both Mitch and Jackson are trained in spotting. They know exactly what they're doing. They know how to stay safe. They're not going to put themselves or anybody else in danger to get these images for us. So, and obviously, Mitch has a truck that has 4-wheel drive. He has a lot of equipment on board that vehicle, and just a lot of equipment you don't have in your car. And he also has the same single site radar products that we look at as well. So that way they know how to adjust their plan accordingly as well. So just don't even think about going out there today, especially from central to northern Chautauqua County. Just stay home today. And we're still going to have more of this to go through the weekend as well. So this event is not over. I wanted to give you one last look at First Defense Doppler on the live suite because I wanted to show you again, this is where the snow is, the heavier amounts of the snow, pretty much from central to northern Chautauqua County. Again, Jackson and Mitch are right here in Eden. They're going to be coming right about here into North Collins. They're heading southward. So this is where that heavier snow is right now. And of course, within these heavy snow bands, you are going to see exactly what it looks like on their camera. Whiteouts, dangerous traveling conditions. And this is the sky cam at Lakeside Park in Mayville. And you can even see there's also snow falling as well, and you can see the visibility is also starting to get reduced as well. So this is going to become a big problem. And of course, just a few miles, just a few miles down the road, that's the HD News Now cam just outside of our studio building on 3rd Street, downtown Jamestown. Nothing. Now the clouds are starting to fill in, so that little bit of sunshine that we had at noontime when we had the newscast is starting to go away. And we are going to see some snow sagging back into the southern tier, especially the southern half of the southern tier as we go through this evening and into the weekend. So again, that's a live look at First Defense Doppler showing you where the snow is. This little thing right here is not snow, that's the wind farms near, that's the Arkwright wind farm, so that's not snow right there. You're going to expect heavy snowfall rates and very dangerous dangerous driving conditions. So what we're going to do is we're going to end this quick broadcast with you. This is a live look again coming from Mitch and Jackson, who are out in the field right now giving this live look. They're just south of Eden right now, coming up towards North Collins in southern Erie County, and they're going to be crossing back into northern Chautauqua County pretty soon. So the plan right now is we're going to do another update at around 5 o'clock this afternoon or around this evening, and we'll check back in with Jackson and Mitch around then to see how the road conditions are and see where that snow band is at that point. So right now we're going to end our special coverage right now. So again, if you're in that snow band from central to northern Chautauqua County, just again, don't even attempt driving today. Just stay home, enjoy the day. Like I said, watch a Christmas movie or play some video games or something. So we're going to end our special coverage here. But again, we do plan to do another update around 5 o'clock this evening. So watch for that. And for now, this is Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter from my luxurious home office here. We will see you at around 5 o'clock. Stay safe out there and stay warm.
This is a First Defense weather alert.